Welcome back, timekeepers. Thought we would just dig into some hot topics. What's going on the interwebs? Let's get into it, shall we? Thank you for stopping by the Marita Minutes. To all that are new here, welcome. To all that have newly subscribed, thank you for joining me on my journey. I wanted to just give you my 2 cents on what's going on in these YouTube streets. Now, those of you all that have been following the Diddy saga, the Jayz saga, Jayz is on this path of like, I want this court case thrown out. And he has done everything he can to get it thrown out like yesterday. And him and his lawyer really going hard at Tony Buzbee, who has brought all of these filings, all of these court cases, civil cases, against Diddy, and this one that involves Jayz. So Jayz I'm looking at the Neighborhood Talk, and it says Jayz is keeping his foot on Tony Buzbee's neck. His attorney, Alex Spiro, has filed another motion to get Buzbee sanctioned for filing a false R-ing lawsuit against the rapper. In the filing obtained by TMZ, Jayz claims that Buzbee filed the lawsuit without doing the proper research to see if the allegations had any truth to them. If y'all recall, a few weeks ago, the anonymous accuser did an interview with NBC describing her version of the alleged events. The interview exposed a lot of inconsistencies in her story, which Jayz says or shows that Buzbee didn't even try to investigate, because if he did, he wouldn't have filed the suit. The filing mentions how the accuser claims she was assaulted at the VMA's after party, but Jay provided pictures of him at a completely different after party that the woman described. In the interview, she claims she watched the award show on a Jumbotron outside of Radio City Music Hall because she couldn't get in. But the filing provided evidence that there was no such screen outside the venue. They even provided proof that the city of New York didn't allow the venue to have a Jumbotron at that time of the award show. They even used the part of the NBC interview where the accuser's own father claimed he had no recollection of picking up the teen 5 hours away from their home. With all of these inconsistencies, Jay believed Buzbee simply took the case to allegedly ruin his reputation. Buzbee responded back by saying, with each frantic filing, Mr. Spiro team reeks of desperation. Mr. Spiro and his team thinks the law and rules don't apply to them. They are flat wrong. They also think they can bully or intimidate counsel by filing meritless and frivolous pleadings full of lies and half-truths. Again, they are dead wrong. We won't be bullied or intimidated ever. So, what do y'all think, though? Like, what leg does anyone have to stand on if someone files something against you that you know it's not true? You have to go through court. And mind you, you have to have money for a lawyer. You have to go through court to try to prove your innocence. Why is this guilty before proven innocent? Somebody's accusing you of something that allegedly happened 20 some years ago. And then when they report it, they have all these inconsistencies. For one, the Jumbotron. They didn't have one. At least not the year that she's saying that this all happened, which I think she said it was the year 2000. She talked to stars that weren't there. said she actually and went into detail about talking to him about how he had the Last Supper tattoo right here on his forearm. He wasn't there. He was halfway across the nation. Then she said that she pulled up in front of this U-shaped driveway in front of this gated house. There's no house that resembles that in the vicinity, 20 miles away. Then she said her dad picked her up. He doesn't even remember picking her up. He thinks that something that's significant he would have remembered, being that Radio City Music Hall was, well, some place, wherever we picked her up at a gas station that was 5 hours away. He thinks he would have remembered something like that. Then the after party that she claims all of this allegedly happened, Jay-Z wasn't even at the place where she says he was. I'm just saying. I mean, there's a lot of inconsistencies, and they're saying that, or the courts are saying that's not enough to throw it out. I'm sorry. You have to prove that you were there. Because if you're having all these inconsistencies, then prove to me that you were even there. Were you even there? Because you're clearly not describing nothing that was going on. Star wasn't there. Jay-Z allegedly wasn't there. The star that she claimed she talked to wasn't there. The Jumbotron wasn't there. Where were you? You have to prove that you were there. I think at this point, they need to turn around. Prove that you were even in the vicinity. How can you do that? Because just so happens the person that took you there and dropped you off is deceased. How convenient? Just saying. I think it's a money grab. I honestly believe it's a money grab. And I believe a lot of others are money grabs too. My thing is, you prove to me that you were there. Did I take a picture with you? Did you take a picture with somebody else? Did you take a picture with anybody? You know what I'm saying? Did you take a picture of anything that was going on that year that you were down there? It didn't even have to be with anybody. Like, picture something that could have been there. Some statue, something. I don't know. That's where I'm at with it, y'all. I'm sorry. If Jay-Z is innocent and it comes to find out that this lady has lied, because where's the lie detector test? Because she said she offered to take a lie detector test. Where is that? Where are we with that? She offered. And if it comes back with deception, she needs to go to jail. Autistic and all, I'm sorry. She needs to go to jail. And Buzbee needs to be sanctioned. I'm all for that. Now, if he's guilty, then by all means, proceed. If Jay-Z is guilty, by all means, proceed, because I don't condone any of that type of behavior. But with these inconsistencies, my thing is you need to come up with some solid proof that you were even there. I don't think that that's much to ask for. So, there's that. Now, I'm switching scenes here now. And I want to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, a lot of y'all may not follow Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'm only going to take a few seconds. But those of y'all that do, if you all have been following the recordings from one of the content creators, he had an interview with Arionne Curry, who is the side chick, mistress, paramour of Martell Holt, who is one of the cast members on the show. And she has run her mouth with this content creator, Anthony Lofties, or they call him AL. Okay. And the last one that he shared with us yesterday, she was going off about how she wants Melody Cherie to win sole custody of the kids. They have 4 together. Martell, Holt, and Melody have 4 kids together. She wants him. She wants her to do that because she feels like as long as he has those kids, he's never going to get himself together. And she wants him to get himself together and not just making money from the show. She wants him to do other things. And she's given him 2 years to get himself together. The paramour, the side chick that works nowhere, is giving him 2 years to get himself together. So, okay, so you're giving him 2 years to get himself together. She bragged about how he's got this wine and he couldn't get it off the ground for real. Her words. This your man though. Why you ain't helped him get it off the ground for real? That could have been your job. Like, what are you doing? What are you bringing to the plate? I'm not understanding how she gonna give him 2 years. So if he don't do nothing in 2 years, where you going? You leaving? Help me out here. If he does not do anything productive or doesn't seem like he has another stream of income other than the show in 2 years, where you going, Arionne? You leaving him? And if so, you gonna have a job by then? Who gonna take care of you? Because right now he's taking care of you. He basically called you in one of your lives that you were his 7th child. He's got 4 by Melody, 1 by you. I guess he's claiming your other child that's not his and you. He said he's got 7 kids. You being one of them because he takes care of you. So if he doesn't get himself together in 2 years, tell me, are you leaving? Where are you going? Are you going somewhere? Or will you have a job by then? I'm just saying. Help me out with that. I was like, what? I know she ain't talking all this stuff. And then that had to sting when Martell heard her say she wanted Melody Cherie to win sole custody of the kids. That had to sting. He been fighting Melody tooth and nail since they've been divorced to get sole custody of them kids. And then your paramour is really your op. She's operating as your op because she done talked and dragged you in these YouTube streets. Well, it seems like for days now, but that's because he's broken up the interview. But it was probably one phone call. But she dragged him through that whole entire phone call. That's your op. You laying next to the op. Help her, y'all. Help her. And while we're on Jay-Z, this guy that claims to be Jay-Z's son makes a heartbreaking plea in an explosive sit-down with legal battle with rapper. So the man who claims Jay-Z is his father has made a heartfelt plea to the rapper to help him uncover the truth about his paternity and finally end a decade-long legal battle over his true identity. His name is Ramir Satterthwaite. He's 31, has been fighting to get the rap mogul, 55, to take a DNA test after his late mother Wanda told him that he was the result of a brief romance they had in 1992 when she was 16 and he was 22. In an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail, Ramir has insisted he is not chasing his alleged father for fame or demanding money. He simply wants to know the truth. So why not just take the test? Because then that would prove that you were with a minor, basically. Or we already know why he doesn't want to take the test. Probably has nothing to do with the guy. But now that the guy has made it really public and people are looking at Jay-Z like, well, what you gonna do? It really looks bad. Ramirez said he has spent years listening to people slandering his name as he begged the Rock Nation founder, real name Sean Carter, to take a test if it truly believes they are not related. I really want to resolve this, Ramirez said. I want to resolve this and get this matter done. I really do. I don't want any money. I just want the truth. He asked what he would say to Jay-Z. Oh, when asked what he would say to Jay-Z if they met, he continued, honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't. He says, now this is him talking. Honestly, I don't got nothing against you. I just feel like we could get this resolved. I was never chasing you. That's probably his fault. I was never chasing you for fame. I just really want to resolve this. I just want to resolve this and get this matter done. This could all be done with one simple test. I just really want it over with. It is simply that it's really affected my life and I just want it over with. My mom passed away during this case and I really feel like I have unfinished business. Ramir, who has 3 children of his own, begged Jay-Z to take a test to prove once and for all that he is not his biological father. I really want to resolve this, Ramir said. I want to resolve this and get this matter done. I really do. I don't want any money. I just want the truth. In a sworn affidavit prior to her death in 2019, Wanda claimed that she had a brief fling with Jay-Z in the fall of 1992. She said they used protection, but it broke. She gave birth to Ramir in July of 1993. At the time, she was in an on-again, off-again romance with her high school sweetheart, Robert Graves. In 2010, she requested that a Pennsylvania court make both men take a paternity test in order to determine the son's real father. Well, did the other guy take the test? Test results proved that Robert was not the biological father. Well, there it is. Asked if he truly believes Jay-Z is his dad, Ramir replied, I really do. And if he is not, why can't we just prove me wrong? Go to the courtroom, do what everyone else has to do. I can take a no. I can't take being embarrassed. I've been through a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. I just can't take him not saying nothing. It's not fair. I am coming to the courts for the truth. The question of Ramir's paternity did not turn into a legal tussle until 2010, 2 years after Jay-Z married Beyonce, when Wanda requested that a Pennsylvania court make the 2 men take a paternity test in order to determine who her son's real father was. Ramir insisted Jay-Z's legal team has made endless attempts to subvert the legal system in order to avoid taking a test. It was found Robert had no biological relation. The case began with a pretrial in Camden County, New Jersey on August 13, 2012. During the pretrial, Jay-Z's attorney argued that Dr. Lily Colley, who was acted as Ramir's legal guardian since his mother handed over custody in 2011, had no jurisdiction over his case because it was first filed by Wanda in Pennsylvania and therefore should be heard in the same state. The case was dismissed outright because Ramir was over 18 years old at the time of the pretrial, and according to Pennsylvania state law, paternity must be established before the child reaches the age of adulthood. The court ruled that the case should be tried under New Jersey law, which states that the age of parentage is 23. Jay-Z's legal team then argued that the rapper should be exempt from undergoing a DNA test in New Jersey because he did not live or own any property in that state, despite public records linking him to homes in Alpine and Newport. On November 25th, Ramir, who has lost every case he has brought to date, filed a new lawsuit claiming Jay-Z's legal team acted fraudulently during previous attempts to get him to take a paternity test. Ramir, his late mother Wanda, and his guardian Dr. Lily Colley are listed as plaintiffs against multiple New Jersey courts, judges, and officials, including the New Jersey Supreme Court, alleging violations of their constitutional rights. The suit argues that from 2012 to 2023, their rights were violated through fraudulent court actions, which include sealed records, wrongful sanctions, and obstruction of their legal proceedings. Ramir said, I would never hate Jay-Z. I respect him for everything he did. I've been going through a whole lot for so many years because of this case. Me and my mom and my God, mom We have seen the worst in people, slandering my name, saying I just want Jay-Z's money. He vowed never to give up until he uncovers the truth behind his identity. I'm going to fight until I am not here no more, he said. If it takes another 10 years, another 50, I may take this to my grave with me, but everyone can say I fought this until the end. I am not trying to do this to make anyone seem like a bad person or a bad father. Ramir and Dr. Lilly believe that Jay-Z's attorneys have fought frivolous to block him from having to submit a paternity test because Wanda was underage when she fell pregnant. The pair are said to have had sex in New York, where the age of consent is 17. Jay-Z went on to marry Beyonce, 43, with whom he has a daughter, Blue Ivy, 12, and 7-year-old twins, Rumi and Sir. Ramir insisted he is not trying to impose himself on the musician and his family. I would hope the best for them kids, she said. I want them to have everything they got. I don't want to take nothing from them. Watching them over the years is crazy. I would say that I would never wish upon anything upon other kids. In 2011, Trinidadian model Chanel Scott claimed she fathered a son with Jay-Z. His legal team dismissed the allegations as ridiculous rumors. Jay-Z ongoing twist in his paternity saga with Ramir can't come as he is facing allegations he are the 13-year-old girl in 2000 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The billionaire hitmaker was named in a civil lawsuit by a woman referred to as Jane Doe, who claimed she was assaulted by the artist at the after party for the MTV Emmys. We've already talked about that. So Jay-Z has slammed those claims as heinous and blackmail attempts. So what do y'all think? I think he should just go take the test. If he doesn't feel like he's the father, you've lost nothing, right? But if he has been dodging this kid, well, he's not a kid anymore, but if he's been dodging this man for years because he just didn't want to take the test, then he's going to look like a schmuck. He really is. He's going to really look like a schmuck, and he's going to look like a schmuck. And he could have avoided this years ago. And it will show that he likes them young. But it is what it is. He likes them young. Trey Songz. Where he been? He pops up because he's pleading with the judge to toss out an $11 million judgment. Says it would ruin him. So it seems like he must have got something by default. Let me read a little further. It says R&B singer Trey Songz is pleading with a judge to toss out an $11 million default judgment in a battery lawsuit. According to court documents obtained by In Touch, Trey Songz, who's 40 years old, begged the judge to set aside the default judgment in a lawsuit filed by Maryland Capitol Officer Tyrell Dunn. Dunn accused Trey's bodyguards of assaulting him when he went to Trey's Las Vegas hotel room to pick up his wife in 2021. The incident happened in November of 2021 when Trey invited a group of women to his hotel room to celebrate his birthday. Dunn later went to the Cosmopolitan Hotel to pick up his wife, who was in the room with Trey. Dunn claimed that his wife called him in distress and yelled for help because she was being held against her will. When Dunn arrived at the hotel, Trey and his security beat up the Maryland cop after he refused to leave. Dunn sustained multiple injuries, including fractured eye sockets, black eyes, and facial abrasions. In November 2024, a Los Angeles judge entered a $11 million default judgment when Trey failed to respond to the lawsuit. But Trey claimed he didn't know about the default judgment until he read about it on a blog. Trey's attorney insists Dunn did not properly serve Trey with a summons or a copy of the lawsuit. The attorney immediately filed a motion to dismiss the $11 million judgment. Good cause exists to set aside the default judgment because Tyrell did not properly effectuate service of a process of the summons and complaint on Trey pursuant to the Nevada or California law. Trey did not know about this lawsuit until a few days ago on November 27, 2024, upon which he promptly engaged counsel and filed this motion, Trey lawyers wrote. The singer's lawyer continued, promptly engaged civil defense counsel over the Thanksgiving holiday and filed his motion to set aside the default judgment the next week. The lawyer said Dunn's process server illegally handed the summons to the guard at Trey's Gate community. The judge has yet to rule on the motion to set aside the judgment. If the judge rules against Trey, his homes, cars, jewelry, and other assets may be seized to satisfy the judgment. Well, the lesson here is if someone files a lawsuit on you, regardless if it's true or not, you have to respond. You can't just arbitrarily ignore it. Now, if you can prove that you never received it, like, for instance, this guy said they gave it to the guard at the gate. I don't know how, I don't know. How do you serve someone like that? You have to actually give it to the person, I would think, right? I don't know. But it seems as if you could have gone another way of serving the paperwork properly. And then again, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there, so. But lesson of the day, any court document that you get, you need to read it. Make sure there's no monetary things going on in there, and respond and file it back. Just saying. Where's Trey Songz though? I don't think he's not been out in a minute. Like I don't even remember the last song that he did. Oh, he did the last song. Was that with Kevin Hart? I can't remember. But it's time for him to come out again. I liked his music, even though it was sounded a little on the perverted side, but I liked it. Okay, last but not least, I have some Diddy news. So it says Diddy is not happy about all the attention that Luigie Magionie is receiving behind bars. He's jealous of another inmate because he's getting love mail. He's giving love letters. It says rumors of the jailhouse jealousy are coming out of the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where alleged trafficker, Sean Diddy Combs is reportedly pouting because he's playing second fiddle to suspected health insurance hitman Luigie Magionie. A source reportedly familiar with the situation told the New York Post that Combs was throwing tantrums inside the notorious New York jail because all eyes are on Magionie and at least inside the facility. Do y'all believe that? I don't believe that. Diddy has been throwing tantrums over the fact that Luigie is getting all of the attention in prison and is being revered as a hero after literally murdering someone on camera, the source told the paper. Even in prison, Diddy's ego is bigger than life. Some other unnamed source, one alleged former member of Combs' inner circle, told the New York Post that they've been cut off since Combs went to jail. They also said that Combs is not happy playing second fiddle. He always wants to be the center of everything, the alleged source said. If he feels like anyone's taking his attention, he doesn't take it well. He gets pissed off, and if he has the power to do it, he makes the other person's life miserable. What y'all think about that? You think he's competing with Luigie? Luigie he's a little cutie pie, actually. But I don't agree with what he did. He's getting letters from females that think he's cute. Generation Z, maybe. Or it can't be now. Generation Z is probably flooding the jail with letters. Well, did he think he gonna get a letter? He just. I'm trying to think. Where both of their crimes are horrendous and horrible, he took someone's life. Diddy has allegedly damaged lives forever. Allegedly. He took one life, which he took it. Diddy damaged, allegedly, people's lives, traumatized them forever. Just saying. They're about the same. They're just different. But the other guy's being revered as a hero because the guy was a CEO of a healthcare company, and people are not feeling the healthcare companies. They feel like they're a ripoff. They don't pay for nothing. What they do pay for is little. It still comes out. You still have a bill at the end of the day. Whether they pay 80%, whether they pay 85%, whether they pay 70%, you still have something to pay. Just saying. Anywho, let's see. Is he really throwing tantrums, y'all? That's crazy. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. But anyway, that's all I got, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Before you leave the building, can you like the video? YouTube rewards us and you like the video. Throws us in the algorithm and lets YouTube know that y'all have been here. Or leave a comment about anything that we've talked about or something that you'd like to see me talk about or get my opinion on. And with that being said, everyone be blessed.